Linda Barcz from the Barcz Company taking your calls at 270-9933, and we're getting ready for the holidays, and here's a poinsettia for a Packer fan, huh?
Isn't that funny? I saw that and I thought, gotta bring that out. We don't have very many left, but we do have some Packer fans.
This is not natural.
Poinsettias. No, it's painted. It was a white flower, and then it's got some little sparkly green sprayed on it, so it's fun.
Yeah.
You know, go with
a little guy,
decor.
or just a little guy here?
Just a cute little guy. For office gifts, sometimes people like to get something for their people they work with, and yeah.
Amaryllis time?
I did bring an amaryllis on just because people were asking when I went on after air, then they were asking me some questions about the amaryllis. So if you've just brought yours in, it won't be blooming for Christmas.
Right.
But if you do have one, make sure that you're rotating it because these big old flowers, they grow so fast.
Well, you can almost watch them grow.
Yes, it's sort of fun to show the kids. It really is. And then you turn it so that it's constantly reaching for the light.
And look at this pine cone. I just got to point this out.
Isn't that amazing? That I was reminded by my mom brought me back one from California many years ago. So if you buy that pine cone, you'll have it for years to put on your
all right.
swag.
It's going to be that time of year. Let's get to the phones. We'll start with Dorothy in Muscadet. Hi, Dorothy. You there?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Yep.
What's your question?
Oh, I have hens and chicks that was given to me for my birthday. And I was wondering, can I keep those in the house over the winter, or do I have to put them outside?
Well, they are a succulent, so you probably, if you have a very, very sunny southern-facing window, you probably could have them survive. But I know that they're going to do well outside also. So that's one of those plants that you could grow as, but you would have to obviously bring it in before danger of frost, and then grow it as a succulent indoors. Highlight.
They don't last outside year to year?
Yes, they do.
Yeah, they're perennials.
Yes, they're perennials.
So you could just leave it outside.
Yes, you can, in the ground.
Yeah, yeah. All right, Tom in Montello. Hi, Tom.
Hi.
Hi, what's your question?
I have some irises that have been growing for about 8 years, and they're pretty full, and I didn't take them out yet. Can I take them out yet, or should I do it in the spring?
Okay. You're probably talking about the great big bearded iris, I suspect.
Right.
And if you haven't divided it in a while, we're awfully late to do that. I guess if you do it now, I would suggest that, you're going to let the pieces dry. I think I would wait till spring, actually, because, but then they start to develop their flower stalks.
Maybe next fall.
Do it after they get done flowering, because that's the closest to dormancy that they do. Because we might, if you move them now and we start to get wet weather, you could have rotting that would occur.
Okay, so hold off on that.
Okay.
All right, we'll go to Hazel in Madison. Hi, Hazel.
Hello.
Hi, what's your question?
I have a lavender orchid plant, and I would like to know, it's in full bloom, how long do the blooms last?
Okay, those flowers, well, it does depend a little bit about what kind of orchid that is, but I have one that's blooming in my office, and it's been blooming for it's almost a month now. The flowers do last a long time.
The Phalaenopsis.
I have Phalaenopsis, yes. That's the one that's really easy to grow, and I have it in bright indirect light. There isn't actual sunlight that hits it, but I have a couple of windows, and they're great plants. I love them very much.
And does orchid food help, or is that?
The orchid food is critical as they're coming into bloom, and at this point, just keep watering it probably every 3 days. I give it about a quarter cup of water, and that seems to be just perfect.
They are great plants.
Yeah.
All right, Joanne in Wanakee. Hi, Joanne.
Hi, I was wondering about the mums. They're still blossoming, some of them, but they're going downhill pretty fast. Was wondering, do I cut them back in the fall, or leave them fall over in the snow in the winter and wait till spring?
Mary, are these plants that are planted in the ground that are described as hardy mums?
Yes, I meant they've been growing for years.
Oh, all right. Yes, you don't have to cut them back. I think that sometimes that actually helps to collect some snow at the base of them. You could cut them back and just leave the little rosette of leaves that are growing at the base. So if whatever way you've had luck, I tell people they can do it either way.
I prefer to do it in the fall because it's such a mush in the spring, especially with all those big, what's plant am I thinking of?
Hosta.
Hosta, there you go, all right.
Yes, they do turn wet.
We are out of time. If you're on the line, stay there, Linda. We'll take your call off the air. We'll see you next week.